Hello and welcome to another episode of Embarrassing for No Reason, the podcast. My name is Sam Tatum.
And I'm Tatum McGreal. Welcome in, friends and family. Hello.
Hello. So this is the podcast where basically we create a safe space for those of us that are just gently mortified about little things that happen in everyday life, quite often internally mortified. Like the embarrassment normally lives within, but here it's all out. It's all over the table. Yeah.
What visual?
Everything's out on the table from you, from us, the lot, okay? It's all the little things that you don't really talk about with your mates straight away. But then like when you all mention it, you go, yes, that is embarrassing.
That's why we've created this podcast. And also, if you've been sent this podcast by a friend,
Muggy.
just to let you know, your friend thinks that you are awkward and just as embarrassing as the pair of us too.
That's good. Well done. Congrats.
So welcome to the family.
Yes. And thinking about families, yeah, you, Tatum McGreal, became a mother this week.
Oh no. Yeah, I did. I'm a mother and I didn't even know it. This was a DM that I got sent off. I don't even know who it is. Kim. Sent me a message on Instagram saying, "You are one of the best MILFs I follow." So sad you're not doing explicit stuff. Right, there's layers to this. Firstly, I'm not a mum.
Yeah.
Where's he got that from? I mean, sometimes I post my niece and nephew on my Instagram, so maybe he's put two and two together and come up with 7. MILF!
Or maybe it's because you're that little bit older than me, but like
Get fucked.
I'm just, yeah, it is out of the blue. You're one of the best. But like, what ranks the best MILF?
I don't know.
Like, is it like one of the hottest MILFs or like one of the sort of like the best mum? Like what is he looking for in a MILF?
Top 10?
Is there a ranking system for top MILFs? Like where is Stifler's mum in this?
Because that's why I feel like it's muggy. Like it's nothing to do with the fact about me being a mother or anything like that. It's more like, to me, a MILF is like 40 plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why it's rubbed me up
Yeah,
the wrong
because like, loads of people
way.
our age have kids, and that's absolutely like, fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and dandy.
saying. But I wouldn't
It's not
call
that.
someone a MILF if they were like my age.
No.
It's Stifler's mum, innit?
Yeah.
Stifler's mum's a MILF.
MILF to us is like the next generation up still.
So that.
But they think you
I'm a MILF.
are one of the best MILFs they follow. Fantastic.
But I'm trying to think why, because all I do is post about us two clowns mucking about on this podcast.
Maybe they think I'm your son.
I doubt that.
No, there is a chance.
I doubt that's where you are.
There is a chance.
No, in your 50s.
In your 50s. Right, so this is the part of the podcast where we just give you a little example of things that are embarrassing for no reason.
Yes.
And we come through with ours, and then you can think of yours and messages at EFNR Podcast on our socials. And if you are the most embarrassing with your voice note that you send us, you can win a Silly Billy Ward mug at the end of the show.
What a tease. Stick around to the end.
Stick around to the end. So my one this week always comes up after I've clipped my nails. I find this really embarrassing every time, and I never really talk to anyone about it. I'm sure loads of boys do as well. I'm looking at producer Tom over there. Finding the end of the sellotape. It's horrible, isn't it?
It is well hard. When it mugs you and you're like, I swear it's freaking
You're
there.
spinning it round.
Spinning it.
Even worse when it's in one of them twirly things.
Oh,
and you've got the sharp bit at the end and your hands are cut to shreds and you're there like, nah, it's Christmas Eve. Horrible.
Where's the freaking end?
Yeah.
That is embarrassing for no reason.
Really
Getting
bad.
mugged off by sellotape.
Yeah.
Nah.
Every single time as well for me. Like even like I find it and then I lose it again as well.
You don't give me wrapping present energy. You give me your mum wraps your presents.
Absolutely fair. Yeah.
Doesn't he?
No, that's.
In a bag.
I normally do. I normally get the bag. So my mum's at Christmas, for example, when I go home, my mum will save the bags from like what other people have given her over the years.
Oh, you always collect the bags.
Always collect the bags.
Always recycle.
Gives me the bags to then give out to people.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be a few left over that I do have to wrap. But then I give out the bags. But the worst part is like I'll give them out and it'll be like to my like 7-year-old niece or something. I won't notice until she's opening it. It'll say like, good luck on your retirement.
Yeah,
And I'm like, hang on.
The one that you got for your birthday recently was Age to Perfection.
Age to Perfection.
And you got that
Yeah.
off your mum and dad.
I did. I got that off mum and dad. So it means she saves them, but she didn't wear her glasses, so she just gives me any old bag, and
But I think that one was actually meant for you.
Yeah, it could have
you know,
been.
you are very old.
You're a MILF.
Yeah, whatever. My embarrassing for no reason this week actually comes from a little outing that we had together. We met up with a couple of our mates on Saturday night, didn't we?
We did. Sam and Danny.
And I don't know why I even attempted to do this, but I decided to try and help one of my mates who was trying to slide into someone's DMs. And I mean, if you've listened to this podcast before, you will know I am a hopeless romantic. I don't have the chat. I don't have any backing to be able to give anyone advice on dating at all.
This was pretty specialist though. So we're all sat on a bench, right? Just sat out having a Pepsi Max. I mean, the sun's still shining. It's summer. And there's 4 of us, 2 boys, 2 girls. The other girl, Danny, she says to you, I really want to slide in this guy's DMs, but I don't know what to say to him.
As if she's come to me for advice.
And he makes all these like interesting videos and stuff. So like we're all giving different like examples of how you can slide in based on his videos or based on his content.
I thought it would be a good idea, right? Because to me, you want to, if you're sliding into anyone's DMs, you don't want to make it too creepy because it's a brave thing to do from the get-go.
Yeah.
But I'm like, try and make it as casual as possible. So in my head, I'm like, why don't you just reply to one of his stories that he's put out? Because it's recent, it's in your feed, it's not like you've gone looking for it, it's there.
That part of what you're saying, great.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Let's go to what you told her to say to his story with full chest, might I add, not a joke.
So this guy had put on his story that he was riding a bike on some kind of like Tower Bridge or something in London. It was a bridge in London.
Weren't tower. There was nothing above it. Do you know what I mean?
Not?
It was literally
I
just.
don't know me London from me towers.
It was any old bridge in London. Like
any old bridge in London. He was riding his bike on it. So I said to her, "Oh my God, why don't you reply to that story?" Being a bit nonchalant, saying, "Oh my God, that's such a coincidence. No way. I'm on that bridge now." What?
I know. Wait, tell them how long before the story had been up, yeah? How long had the story been up?
I think maybe 4 or 5 hours.
4 hours. 4 hours ago, this guy cycled over a bridge and put it on his story as a moving video, like not as a picture of like, I'm stood on this bridge. And she thought a good idea for Danny, who isn't followed back by this man, this would be the entry DM. The one DM you get, the one chance, yeah, would be to say, I'm actually on that bridge now. And she said it so confidently. And she looked to us to agree with her. Like,
I went on that bridge now.
It was like a eureka moment. You're like, I'm on that bridge now. And we were like, I don't think that'll be well received.
Yeah, because to me, in my head, right, when you're trying to be tactical when you slide into a DMs, but you don't want to make it seem like you are. So I thought it would be sort of some like divine intervention. Oh my God, like a coincidence. Make it out like, oh my God.
I'm on that bridge.
We're on the bridge, but
4 hours later, what good is that?
It's more stalker than divine.
Yeah. It's
I don't know, he might have gone back to the bridge to meet her, even though she wasn't on the bridge, by the way.
4 hour cycle. Yeah, but then you realise she's not there. She's at the pub with us in bloody Holborn. What the hell's he going to do with the bridge then? Avril, I'm standing on the bridge. I'm waiting in the dark. Oh, you're mad, you.
No one take my advice. Please, for the love of God. So, besides from us being completely embarrassing for no reason, well, mainly me. Still mortified over a bridge, guys. Sorry.
I'm still thinking about the bridge as well.
I'm still thinking about the bridge.
God, go on. Get it together. We can do it.
We want to find out and seek out in the world things that are going on that are embarrassing for no reason. What's popping? What's trending? What's happened this week? I mean, I feel like it's freaking loads.
New Pope dropped.
Oh, new Pope dropped.
Which was mad, right? Brand new Pope on the scene.
Yeah.
Massive news for all the...
Rip the other one.
Yeah, Rip, obviously. But like new ones come through. But that whole thing I found, I didn't know whether I found it...
What's his name, by the way? Pope
Leo.
Pope Leo the Summit.
15?
14 for 15.
14. V111.
Yeah, literally.
When the V's get involved, I'm out. Honestly, not a chance in hell. We've got numbers now. Get over it. Innit? Get over it. Let it go. Put 15.
Put your Roman
15
numerals.
TH. They don't know what you're on about.
Freaking hell no.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so the new Pope dropped. And I thought this was quite a good embarrassing for no reason, but in our sort of like atmosphere, because it was a real long process and I didn't know how a Pope was selected, but it's mad.
No, I don't. I was thinking that when I was watching it. I was like, because obviously they go into the Vatican and they have the chats about...
They do the conclave.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because people will go for the job, don't they? People are running for it.
There's tons. There's 100 and something amount of popes, yeah. Hopefuls, not full popes, right? Hopefuls.
Gotcha.
They go into. Wow. The Pope in his Pope wagon. You ever seen that little thing he drives around in?
Hey, he's here.
He's here. Honestly, the Pope-mobile's here. No, so basically they all go into the Sistine Chapel, right?
God, you know loads. I know nothing.
I've seen one thing about it, basically, and I've memorised bits and bobs. They all go into this. I'm going to guess at a number at 130 popes, wannabe popes, go into this thing. They're all from different countries, all got different, slightly different views on things, all got different backstories. And then they all go in, and they have to give in their phone, they have to give in every bit of like technology. No one from the outside world gets in. No one can know what's being discussed.
Wow.
And then one by one, they all like start voting popes off, I think. Genuinely, like I saw someone describe it as
Big Brother House.
Pope traitors. Literally Pope traitors. Pope traitors. So they swing the, like if a few people start liking one Pope or whatever, it can literally swing the room, and they're like, actually, we're all going to go until they reach a verdict of who's left or whatever, not anonymous, what's it called? Unanimous verdict of who they think should be the Pope. I think that is how it happens. And then they vote for the Pope.
It's all right. No one's coming to us for an education.
No,
So.
it is. Don't worry. Yeah, if you were here to get educated today, you probably haven't been. But if you were here to sort of learn something that might be true and might not, we've got you. We've got you. So yeah, and then they vote for the Pope, and then they throw some like smoke on a bit of fire, and it all comes out of chimney.
Yeah, because it was coming out of chimney.
And then everyone's like, Pope's dropped, and then that's it.
So that is like the traitors final because
the traitors final because they throw the red and the green,
and that comes off in a puff of smoke.
And until
they're
all
all
agree,
in hooded clothes,
yeah,
and all.
yeah, exactly, and they all have to agree, and then and they all have their phone took off them. It is like traitors.
So Leo made it through. Was he a traitor or not? Though you know that bit.
Leo's a faithful.
Yeah,
Leo's faithful.
Faithful to our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ.
Of course, and then he's made it to the bit. But it's the Pope's going home after that I'm mortified for. Do you know what I mean?
I know. You'd be gutted getting that far.
All your family stood in the kitchen waiting for you to get back, like on X Factor back in the day.
Done in.
I'm not through.
Alexandra
Louis
Burke.
Walsh is going to pop out. Right.
I'm saying absolutely nothing. But you're so right. What a great analogy there. I should know as well because I was brought up a Catholic.
Say it? Well, no, I wasn't. But like,
I've got Catholic.
I've got Irish heritage. Are we playing Who's the Most Catholic?
Oh, it's definitely me.
This was not how I thought this podcast was going to go this week.
No,
you can have it.
I'll have it. Yeah, I'm sure I'll take it. In other news, what's going on in the world of embarrassing for no reason? I've just seen that Drake has just launched his first Eau De Parfum.
That's an ick, saying Eau De Parfum, innit?
In a northern accent.
Yeah, Eau De Parfum. Mad.
I think it sounds good in my accent. They should swap me out for Bully What's His Mush. George Clooney. I'd be cracking in them parfum adverts.
Yeah. Hey, get your parfum.
Your parfum here. And not Eau De Toilette or anything like that. Sounds freaking
What's
cool.
the better one? Parfum.
Parfum's a better one.
So it goes toilette.
Yeah.
Then what happens? Toilette to parfum.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
One or the other.
I didn't know there was levels to this.
Yeah, toilette's
parfum's
watered
stronger.
down. Yeah, I did actually know that. Yeah, toilette is like squash. Parfum, parfum is
Double
juice.
strength.
Parfum is either double strength or juice, whatever you want it to be.
I thought it was same shit, different name.
No.
Nah.
There you go.
Well, it is an education, this show.
Yeah.
I'll take it all back.
God.
So Drake has released his own perfume.
Yeah.
My thing is, celebrity perfumes are a bit embarrassing for no reason. Because like back in the day, when people ask you what you're wearing, you're like, oh, I've got my Britney on.
Spears, yeah.
Ah, it's the classic. But now, I feel like it was cooler back in like the early noughties. Now it's like, I'm a 30-year-old woman, what you wearing? Drake?
I agree, right? It is weird to have to say that. And like, it is just weird. Like, I smell of Drake. Weird. But you literally wear Ariana Grande Cloud.
I do, yeah.
Every day.
I do.
I see it come out of your little bag.
I do wear that
a cloud-shaped bottle.
I do. Do you know what? It's the perfume that I get the most compliments on, though.
Yeah.
So it's sort of gone past the fact
that she's a pop star.
Yeah.
But I will say as well, her name goes better on a perfume bottle. Like Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
Ariana
it is.
Grande. It's very Versace. It's very, that's
Marc Jacobs.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake.
What you got
Champagne Pappy.
Yeah. Oh, got me Drake parfum on. Ready for the town, lathered in it, spraying it behind my ears and all sorts.
Hey, do you want me to get it you for Christmas?
No, thank you.
All right, then. Hey, some of that I want to speak to you about because I feel like you've manifested this in a way. So a few weeks ago, if you listen to the podcast, we were talking about a brand new TV show that's coming to Channel 4 called Virgin Island.
Yes.
And essentially it's about 12 virgins who go to an island who want to learn how to have sex. We spoke about it. You're on the freaking voiceover.
I know.
Oh my God.
I actually did. I manifested it.
That's crazy.
By accident. By accident.
Yeah, complete accident.
Total accident. Didn't expect that, you know.
Congratulations,
all the times
son.
I'm trying to manifest rich, didn't happen.
Virgin Island's right up your street.
Yeah. So I did the voiceover for the Channel 4 ad for Virgin Island.
It's out now, by the way.
I've watched. This ain't a promo for it, just so you know.
No, it ain't, nah.
This is totally our opinion on it. I watched the first 2 episodes yesterday. Mad.
Oh, yeah.
One of the maddest pieces of TV I've ever known. And like, I don't know. I know that it's getting a lot of like mixed reviews.
Yeah, because it's like, obviously the aim is to go on and have sex, right? So it does, you know, some people might see it as
Weird.
a bit
Exploitative?
that's
Possibly,
the word.
yeah.
Because, you know, these are vulnerable people who, you know, haven't had sex.
Are they though? Because they're
but-
not particularly vulnerable. Like they're just people that just haven't had sex yet.
Yeah, but that's how I see it. And I feel like the program is actually really lovely from what
Yeah.
I've seen so far. I mean, it does
Same.
get a bit tumbleweed in some points, but actually seeing their confidence grow, and I'm like, go on, get in there.
For want of a better word, the contestants on it, I guess they're not contestants because they're not fighting it out for a prize. But like,
Yeah. What would you call it? I don't know.
I don't know what they are. The Islanders.
Yes.
They actually all come across really well based on the first 2 episodes. And like they are just like they all have like these stories as to why they feel like they're in this situation. And like there is a stat now that like 1 in 6 people that are 26 years old in the UK
haven't had sex.
hasn't had sex. But 10 years ago it was 1 in 20. So like the fact that like it's
No way.
or something like that, yeah, or 20 years ago it was 1 in 20. It was like a recent study. And
Yeah,
that
don't-
isn't
once again, don't fact check.
that is don't ever fact check me. Either go with it or don't bother in it.
Yeah.
Never fully listen to me. But I just think that is quite a huge jump, and I think it's an awkward watch. Don't get me wrong. There was points where I was like, I'm so glad I not watched this with my parents
Oh,
or any
God,
family
no.
member. I was on my own watching it through my hands.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But I was like, it is obviously quite an important topic. And unless you do sort of push boundaries that way, like I remember Channel 4 did Undateables years and years ago. And everyone was like, this isn't fair, this isn't right, and all this sort of stuff. And now literally
No, I love that show.
Love on the Spectrum is now like one of the biggest shows in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you have to take a bit of a chance. But I will say, the sex experts on Virgin Island, tell them the concept of that.
So essentially, like we say, so it's 12 virgins who go to this island and basically learn from sex experts, sex therapists. And as part of their therapy or like their lessons, essentially, they have to obviously, you know, do the practical element of learning what to do when you're getting down to biz.
Yeah.
So they will either like link them up with like another islander, or they will practice on the sex experts.
Yeah. So they practice with the sex experts. So they're there doing like sex positions.
There's
And
one.
there's one woman
There's
that
one
loves
woman
it.
who loves getting stuck in.
She's ready for it, isn't she?
She's
some little
horny as
like,
hell.
woman with the like, grey short
The
hair.
white hair, yeah. Oh,
she loves it.
Gagging for
She
it.
loves it.
But she means she's great with them all, but my word, she
It
does
is
not
mad.
hold back.
Yeah, the sex experts for me, I don't know where I stand on that. I find that a bit uncomfortable, and I think they are just a bit mad. And I want to know like what. No more.
Sorry.
I want to know what they studied.
Yeah, how'd you get into that? How'd you get into being a sex expert?
Yeah, asking for a mate. But like, what did you study? Like, what was the course? Was it vocational?
Yeah.
Like, how'd you get to that?
I don't know.
I've worked all my life to be on a sex expert. They're called surrogate partners.
Yes.
So the surrogate partners are the sex experts when they are pretending to be into the virgins on the island. Mad. What the hell?
No, that is a bit mad.
When you say it all out loud like
Nah.
that, maybe I undo all my first sentence.
Yeah, I was
What's
just
the
about
world
to say
come
that's
to?
fucked. So, embarrassing for no reason. The topic this week, we're going to go with hotels because I recently went to Mallorca, had a sensational time. Although there are things in a hotel that are just embarrassing for no reason. I'll give you a couple. First one, well, I like to go on holiday on my own a lot of the time.
I was going to quickly say, actually, with it being hotels this week, and with you having that message earlier saying you're one of the best MILFs I follow on here,
Yeah.
was that related to the photos that you recently posted from your trip?
How rude.
Be honest.
Don't you bring up my thirst traps,
I'm not shaming
cow.
you, but I'm just curious.
Nah, to be fair, I got the MILF comment after the bikini photo.
Well, yeah.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah,
it makes sense now, doesn't it?
But the other thing I want to ask you as well, because you were saying that you got on holiday on your own, you've just been to a hotel on your own. Fantastic, more power to you. There's a lot of like almost photo shoot standard photos that were going on by pools and but like beaches and
what, mine?
Different parts, because you didn't leave the hotel, did you? So were you going down?
I know where this is
Were
going.
you going down the lift with a tripod?
Yes.
No, you weren't.
Yep.
You were going down the lift with a tripod and a camera to take photos of yourself?
Yeah. In my bag.
With no one else there?
No.
Oh, okay. The tripod folds down.
Yeah, the tripod folds.
But then you were putting it up in front of everyone by the pool.
Not by the pool. So I did a couple of pickies, like sort of near this cliff, right? So you like look out to the sea and what have you. And I would locate parts of the island where there was no one there. So then I'd go over, whip the tripod out my bag, take a quick photo. But there was one point where someone walked past and I had to like shut it down.
Yeah, I bet.
Easy breathe, like, oh, nothing going on here.
I bet you thought you were doing something way worse.
I know. I just make it look instantly sus when I panic and like fold my tripod down. Oh, I'm so awkward, but I do want the photos. And there's no one there to take them for me. Could ask someone, but I'm a bit shy.
That's, yeah. And you might have someone like my dad that just takes one.
Exactly.
There you go.
And they got the bloody
Gives it-
finger
yeah,
in it, so there's
yeah.
no point. So that is embarrassing for no reason. Yes, me taking
100%.
a tripod and a clicker on holiday with me.
For a reason. I think I'm going to put that in the for a
Oh, it's
reason.
for a reason.
Yeah, for a
Fine.
reason pile, that one.
Yeah, no, you're right on there. But yeah, so I go on holiday on my own, and I find it sort of a bit embarrassing because don't get me wrong, I think going on holiday on your own is so empowering, like independent woman, don't need no man, all that vibe. But like when I go for dinner and like they start like doing the knife and fork and the placemat and all that and the cup, and then they start doing the other chair opposite me, and I gotta go, no, sorry, it's just me. And then they have to pack it up away again. I'm like, oh no, that is embarrassing.
That's bad.
I'm not going anyone with me.
That is bad.
That, and then also I find embarrassing for no reason at a hotel when they try and make you do Zumba. You know, they've got these like daytime activities. And there's, you know, like aqua sports, Zumba.
I love it. I'm always straight in with the volleyball.
Are you? I'm not.
I reckon I can count on one hand the times that I've been to that kind of hotel, though. So, like, for me, it's a novelty.
Is it?
Yeah, I normally do city breaks, don't I? Like, I'm not really like a hotel
You're
kind
not
of guy.
all-inclusive?
Not
Like
really. I don't think
loungy
I've ever
back
done
pool?
all-inclusive. No, I have. Sorry, once in Tenerife.
Oh, I love it. It's my dream, but I just don't want to be disturbed. I don't want to be in your yoga class. And it's embarrassing again because he asked me, do I want to do yoga? And I was like, no, thank you. And then he comes back to me again and was like, we've not got enough numbers. Please, will you do it? And I went, don't make me reject you twice.
Horrible.
So yeah, that's inspired our topic for this week: hotels embarrassing for no reason. Have you got one? Oh, you must, surely.
I've loads. Hotels. There's so much that goes on in a hotel. Upstairs, downstairs, a lot, right? But I'm going to go for the buffet here. I hate the eggs.
The eggs?
The eggs always look wetter than they should. And they're always sort of, they always almost vibrate in their little hot plate. And they're sat there like that, looking wet, just sort of shaking some hot yellow eggs.
Nah.
So for me...
They always look a bit fake and all.
Yeah, fake hot. Because you know they've probably just shoved loads of anything in there to whip up this batch of scrambled egg.
God, yeah.
And they just sit there like that.
Spoon me out,
waiting for you
please
to
rescue me.
Spoon them out of their water soup. So yeah, eggs for me.
Embarrassing for no reason. Well, that is where we come to you now. You have sent your voice notes in. Thank you so much on Instagram at EFNR Podcast. If you ever want to send us a voice note. Should we start with Chloe? Because she's on buffet, actually. She agrees with you here.
Come on, Chloe.
I think one of the most embarrassing parts of a hotel breakfast specifically is the little toast conveyor belt machine thing. Because what do you do while your toast is going around what feels like forever? Just stood there looking like a melon. And then if people join the queue to toast their bread, do you acknowledge them? Do you just pretend they're not there and just hope your toast hurries up? And then when your bread comes out half toasted, everyone thinks, okay, cool, now it's my turn. Nope, got to go back in for another round. It's just all awkward.
That toaster carousel mugs you off, doesn't
Why
it?
do they have that?
I don't know. Just put a regular freaking toaster in.
Is it to stop you putting knives in the toaster though?
God.
I don't know.
You went dark there.
No, but it could, not as in like for purpose, but to get to get your toast down. Not like I've had enough of this queue, but I mean to get your bread out for God's sake. But like, isn't the risk factor? Is that why
Yeah.
they do it? Because why else on this
God's green
earth we live on?
Yeah.
Would you think
I-
a great idea to have this weird little toaster oven that makes my toast do a cartwheel and come out pale on one side?
Cartwheel.
Horrible.
Yeah, I honestly, if you work for a hotel, please let us know why do we have that toaster carousel. But there's so many layers to it. Like she said, when you stood there like a bloody fucking melon, you don't know what to do with yourself. You're like grasping onto your plate, like hurry the fuck up. And then when it comes out and it's still pale, and then you put it in again and it's burnt. Where's the science with that?
No.
Oh, it's so muggy.
Turn it down, innit, as well.
Just turn it
down.
Chloe, thank you so much. Tom, what do you find embarrassing for no reason at a hotel, mate?
So, embarrassing things for no reason in a hotel. It's got to be that moment when you come out your room and you run straight into the housekeeping and you just give them the awkward, like, all right, and the nod or a hello. And yeah, just so awkward.
We say that all the time, don't we, in any circumstance when you're bumping into a stranger and you do the mimed hi and you're like,
It's worse when it's like the cleaners though, because especially if your room's not that tiny.
oh, mine's
The
always a
guilt.
shit tip.
Yeah.
Mine
Still
is.
got the toothpaste spat in the fucking thing. They're about to go in. You're like, oh.
I know. I've got.
So, if I'd have known.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
You do know, because you know the cleaners are going to come in at some point, but I don't want to look them in the
If I'd known
eye.
I was going to see you,
Yeah.
I'd have given it one more wipe down and like sorted it all out a little bit more. But if I'd have known we were going to bump into each other here.
Yeah, I know. I have it like literally my bed sheets are staying from fake tan that I put on the night before because I don't have a tan.
And your loose seat.
And me Lucy and all, makeup everywhere, clothes on the floor. Yeah. God, what service you provide if you're a cleaner for a hotel. God bless you. The things you might have seen. Dread to think. Samantha, what do you find embarrassing for no reason?
When you're trying to get out the pool on holiday and all the sunbeds are full and you've got to try get out dead cool so you don't have to swim all the way to the steps. It's the most embarrassing thing in the world, even though it doesn't need to be embarrassing because no one probably cares. But you know that you've got to look cool getting out the pool and not falling at yourself.
You feel like every eye is on you when you're coming out of the pool, don't you?
It hurts as well. You know when you clamber? Do you ever clamber?
No. Clamber?
Like clamber out?
I don't know what you mean.
Is that not the right word? Clamber? Is clamber not a word?
I ain't got a clue, son.
When you
You're
clamber
asking the
out-
wrong two people.
When
there.
you're trying to get out of, so like you don't go up the steps, you clamber out on the edge.
What, when you
That's what she's saying. You all just woke up or something.
Yeah.
When you clamber out of the frigging pool.
Yeah, I
when
know.
you're going like that and you try and get up, you try and get over the pool.
I know what you mean. I just didn't know there was a word for it. Clamber.
I don't know if that is the correct word.
Yeah, it might be.
Google clamber.
So I do it because I'm so small as well. So I sort of like leapfrog out. So I've got to press my arms outside and then jump
Yeah,
out.
and then you scratch your knees.
It's a word.
Of course it's a bloody
Wow.
word.
Definition?
Climb or move in an awkward or laborious way, typically using both hands and feet.
Oh my God, it is actually perfect.
Wow.
That is exactly what you do. I've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, well, me and producer Tom don't have an English
Sorry,
GCSE
lads.
between us.
Yeah, no,
God
I'm
bless.
sorry. I didn't mean to put you under pressure. But yeah, that is clambering and it is embarrassing.
Yes, but even getting out steps way and all. Because I don't know, just the steps just give me the ick as
Steps
well.
feels very like Love Island photo shoot.
It
I
does.
look down and I'm like, oh,
They've got the water pouring
the rest
off you.
of me ain't.
I know. Fucking hell.
See pictures of me sweating, burnt
Wobbling
head.
out. Bless us all. That's a great one. We've had a couple of shouts. Alex said, embarrassing for no reason at a hotel when you see people from the plane at your hotel.
Yeah, always.
Nah.
There's a whole plot with them. You see them around the town. You see them when you go out for a meal with your family. You're at the beach and they're on the banana boat, and you're
And
like,
you're like, stop freaking following me now.
Yeah,
You're taking piss.
that's a good one.
We've also had a message from Paul who says, the adjoining doors between rooms.
Yeah, mortifying.
We had
mortifying.
that. So me and Sam went away together once.
Butlins.
Yeah, it was me, you, and our mate Katie, and me and Katie shared a room, and you was in your own room.
Yeah.
But the adjoining door we actually kept open the whole time.
Yeah, open door policy. Hey.
so we can say goodnight to you at the end of the day.
You beeping
pop your head
Tom's the
through.
parent. They wouldn't let me shut it. I got to do the show every morning, running to the toilet, so I could
Yeah.
see through to their bed.
Still there. But when you've got that and you don't know who's on the other side,
Yeah, what's
that's mad.
Honestly, mad. Really mad. Because someone could
Freaks
just
me
rattle
out.
that in the night. Give
I
you a little
know.
knock.
Knocking on.
Knock.
No thanks.
Knocking on.
Dan says when you have to untuck the duvet.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
So-
Every hotel I go to, they tuck the bloody duvet in so tight, and you have to karate chop your way into bed. It's a madness.
Agreed.
Thank you very much. Let's get back to the voice notes. Jack, what do you find embarrassing for no reason at a hotel?
I had a situation in Japan, and I had managed to lock myself out of the safe in the room, and all of my passports were in there. And I went down to the check-in desk, kind of assumed that everyone in Japan would speak Japanese and not really much of English. And I started to try and almost charades to her.
Oh,
That I'd
no.
locked myself out of the safe in the room and be like, the boop, 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 and then kind of mimic a door opening. And she went along with it and then went, I do speak English, as we were walking up the stairs. Not good.
That's worse, isn't it, when they do speak English in the end? I don't think this is a British thing, but like when you go to a restaurant and that, why do British people just like sort of shout as if that'll make them understand more? So you go, yeah, I'll have a pie and chips, please. I'll have the pie and the chips, please.
Yeah. Oh, don't.
Still don't understand you, mate.
We are the ick.
We're awful,
We are
aren't
the
we?
ick. Truly.
Go freaking abroad and go straight to a pub.
Yeah.
Or somewhere
Get
else.
down the Irish bar.
Get on the Irish bar. That's embarrassing for no reason as well, actually.
Straight to the Irish bar. Every holiday.
Full English.
Full English, straight to the Irish bar. Where were you? At Mallorca.
Then a roast later.
Literally, we are the worst. Jack, thank you. Hannah sent a voice note in.
Hello, so my embarrassing for no reason hotel editions is when you're sat at your hotel with your luggage and waiting to be picked up to go to the airport at your last day. You just feel like everybody's looking at you and it is just embarrassing for no reason.
Everyone feels sorry for you, and I was like,
So yours
you
is over
leaving?
now. I was
Woo.
when you go past, when you come back into an airport
Mm-hmm.
and there's people in the passport queue leaving Mallorca to get onto the flight back to London, you see them through the little window.
Oh, yes.
And one's like,
And then it's you a week later.
yeah, and then a week later you like see them coming through and you're like, nah, they're thinking the same thing about me. I literally always think that. I'm like, you tragic sods, you're all going home.
Hi Tatum. So yeah, I was staying in a hotel in Oslo, Norway last month and had the breakfast buffet, which in itself was awkward enough. You load your plate up with stuff you'd never eat at home, like, cheese and just like random bits of salami and then some eggs. And I wanted some bacon, but realised after I'd loaded the plate up that the only way to get it was at the custom omelette bar. So of course I committed by that point, but got to the second day and I was just like, right, I'm gonna have to pluck up the courage to go and ask for an omelette in front of other people. So I actually waited until the end of breakfast service to actually go up and do it. Don't know why I was so embarrassed, but got my eggs and bacon and was happy on the second day.
Not the custom omelette bar. That's such an ick when you're watching them make you an omelette. Oh, horrible. And also as well, it was a good point in the beginning where like when you are on holiday, you do pick up mad shit for breakfast. If it's just your breakfast, you're getting bloody, I'll have dessert.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Curry, chips.
Little small glass of orange juice,
Yeah.
small glass of apple juice, small glass of every single juice they've got. Frosties, a croissant,
Every meal with chips.
hash brown. Yeah, with chips.
So good. Well, thank you so much for your voice notes. Shall we crown someone the biggest silly Billy?
Let's crown. So this is the part of the show where we crown someone the Silly Billy for the week. So you win the Silly Billy Award and you win a mug in the post, basically. So all you need to do is get involved with us at EFNR Podcast on our socials and send us the silliest voice note when we post a topic. So this week was hotels, the week before was minor injuries. If you are the winner, you will be sent a mug in the post.
Gorgeous. Who's won this week?
Griff has won this week. So he sent us 2 voice notes in, and I felt like both of them could have had a crown each.
When you go on holiday and you go down to your buffet in the morning and they show you to your table and you have to do that awkward, like, sit down at the table and then stand straight back up again to go and get your food. Like, surely they can come up with a better way.
It's so true. Why are you sitting down and then getting instant? I'm like, well, it's a buffet. So why have you sat me? Like, take me to the queue and then say that will be your table. Do you know what I mean?
I try and be so nonchalant with it as well. I'm like, just act as if you want to be here for a little bit. Just pretend. Look at your phone for a sec.
Yeah, you've got to give it a minute.
Right, let's go.
You've got to give it between 30 seconds and a minute. You
Even
can't
though
be
I'm gagging for some food.
Straight up.
And he sent another one.
But you know when you're in the queue for the buffet and somebody puts the hot plate lid, like, back on the sausages, even though you're stood right next to them, and then you just have to take the lid straight back off again to get your food. That's really annoying.
That's so good. It's so muggy as well at the same
really
time.
petty, isn't it, in its own way? But it should, like, because when you take it back
You
off.
took the lid off sausages. You've seen someone behind you holding a plate who's clearly after sausages and all, and you put the lid back
But
on.
what else are you going to do with the lid?
Well, yeah, what do you want me to hold it for you?
Yeah, exactly. You have to put it back on, but, like, it is just a bit like...
It feels
I know
rude.
you're going for the same
I'm
things.
sorry, I've got to put the lid back on.
Yeah,
Mate.
got to
Sorry.
keep that little bit of heat in for 2 seconds.
I feel like hotels can go on so many tangents. We need to do this again because
Yeah,
it's
we should have
like
just done the hotel buffet.
Yeah.
Each bit of the hotel.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's so many.
there's so many. I feel like we need to do when you go away with your mates at some point.
100%.
They'd
That'd be good.
Flooding in.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you've made it this far into the podcast, if you have, you obviously must like us a little bit because you don't like us for our facts, clearly. I mean, you got one thing right. What was the word you just taught us?
Clamber.
Clamber.
So what have we learned today? Clamber, Popes play traitors, and 1 in 6 people at 26 now are virgins.
Look at us.
Those are my 3 facts for the day. Take them with you. Congratulations, Griff. You will be getting the Silly Billy Award mug in the post.
Absolutely.
And we will see you on Tuesday for a very special story time episode.
Yes. Did we announce this on the podcast last week? I don't think we did.
We did.
Did we? Embarrassing for No Reason story time will be out on Tuesday. If you like us, subscribe to the podcast, please. You can find us on all our socials. It's at EFNR Podcast, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yes, and if you're still here now, what the hell are you doing? Honestly, go. We've banged on this last 2 minutes. Oh, also rate us. Bye.
Love you.